The judge reads off all of the charges. It was just like Twilight Zone almost. Like I had with zero idea that depositing cannabis profits into my account equaled this. I am Evelyn LaChapelle, and I was sentenced to 87 months in prison for depositing cannabis profits into my bank account. This was 2009, and I met a guy who we were friends, and this friend is already involved in shipping crates of cannabis from California to North Carolina. And he says, I'm using Western Union to get my money back. I could pay you as opposed to paying Western Union. Sure. I was in a super toxic relationship at the time. I find out that I'm pregnant. I'm 365 miles away from home. I don't have any family in Los Angeles. He was a good friend at the time. He's taking me to appointments. We're walking in the park. So I think that's what I was doing it for. I'm not here for the money. I'm here for the companionship and the friendship. I got stopped by a sheriff. The police ran my name, and I hear someone on the radio say North Carolina. And I was like, fuck. I really had no idea what I was going to jail for. This was my first time inside of a jail. This is my first interaction with the police. I really went into this fight against the federal government naively. My raggedy attorney at the time, he says, there's really not much evidence. I say we go to trial. I just didn't think in your right mind that people would, that a jury would associate me with being a drug dealer. I spent my first night after being convicted on suicide watch thinking about what this meant as a mother. And that was hard.
Like terms and stuff, so stuff we're actually going over.
How many questions? It's supposed to be algebra.
45.
How long did it take?
I knew she was in jail. I still didn't know why.
Girl, you ready for graduation? Biggest fear?
The campus.
You want to know my biggest fear?
Sure.
The wrong boys.
Well, when she was gone, a lot of the times I would pray to like God, like, please bring my mom home.
My first time seeing her was once they transferred me to California. Her great-grandmother drove her down to Victorville. She's super excited to see me. We had a good day. I just remember Grandma sitting there and we're playing games, and then visiting is coming to an end. And I have to walk one way and she has to walk out the other door, and we hug and we're looking at each other. And I get on the other side of the door and I fucking lose it. But not in front of her. Grandma gets in the car and they're fine, and she gets on the freeway and my daughter loses it. And I realized then that we are both really good at protecting the other person. I think we still do that. I came home with that same sort of ego of coming home from prison is not going to be a problem for me. I have a college education, I have a resume, I have experience, I have family support, I have a car. Like, a lot of people come home from prison with nothing. And re-entry was still really, really hard. Finding a job was really hard. Explaining to employers that you're a felon, it's super hard and embarrassing. What I learned early on was that I had a story to tell, that people wanted to hear it, and that it garnered a lot of support in this space. There's so many levels to what is wrong with this system, that if my voice and my story and my face, right, can attribute to that storytelling, then I'll sign up for it.